AITA for leaving my mom in the next town over, forcing her to pay $200 for a taxi. Last Saturday, me, my 3-year-old daughter and my mom went to the next town over for a day of shopping. It is summer at the moment in my country and where we live gets really hot. After seeing a movie we are walking back to my car which is in the sun on the roof car park. We run into an old friend of my mom who lives in the same town as her and they start talking. I am politely standing in the hot sun with my daughter for 10 minutes listening to the two of them talk. My daughter starts fidgeting and getting grumpy. I recognize that she is overheating and needs to get in the shade. I tell my mom we have to get daughter into the shade and can she chat with her friend at home. My mom snaps at me that I need to teach daughter to be patient and respectful when adults are speaking. This was the story for my entire childhood. My mom is very inconsiderate of myself and my siblings' needs. Whenever she would run into a friend she would make us wait in a hot car or in the heat while she chats to them for 30 minutes. When we were in long car rides and we needed to pee she would make us wait until we got to our destination. I remember peeing myself a couple of times because of this and she would scold me for peeing myself on purpose. I remember going the entire day without food besides breakfast if we were out running errands and her refusing to take us home and feed us or buy us food to eat. She would spend hours on the phone talking to her friends and ignoring us kids, and if we dared ask her for something she would snap at us to leave her alone and complain about how she never gets time to herself. The conversation and her comments triggered me and I got really angry. I promptly took my daughter to the car and started to drive out of the parking lot. I stopped by my mom and told her I was taking daughter home now and she can either come with us now or find another way home. She laughed at me and said to stop being dramatic and she would take as long as she needed with her friend. I think she thought I was bluffing and would pull over and wait for her. Instead I drove off without her and got a call 20 minutes later asking where I was over. I told her I was on my way home and for her to get another ride. I didn't listen to the rest and hung up on her. I got a text from her that night saying how I acted, disrespected her and left her stranded. Her friend left before she realized I was gone and didn't answer the phone while driving. I told my mom I wasn't going to let my kid pass out from heat exhaustion because she wanted to flap her jaws for an hour. I also brought up the previous things and told her she needs to think about other people's needs over her wants. We got into a big row and she said I crossed a big line leaving her stranded even if the other stuff was true. Now that I've cooled down a bit I am feeling guilty for what I did and not bringing it up in a more mature way. AITA.